To HSN, we've got a wonderful computer for you today, a wonderful laptop from HP. In fact, what you're getting here are the three titans, right? The trifecta. You're not only getting the HP name, which is that #1 manufacturer of computers, most popular, most requested in the country, but you're also getting Intel. I'm gonna spare you the song, right? Aaron does that best. And you're also getting Windows, that operating system that is really easy, really intuitive, really comfortable to use. Now, you may have woken up today and said, gosh, I know my system, my computer, my laptop is not working the way I'd like it to work. So is it time to upgrade? Is your computer, your laptop slow to start up? Does it have that short battery life? And what's the purpose of having a laptop if you can't move around with it? Is it running hot? Is it heavy? Does the performance just, lackluster? Does the memory fail you? Well, look at what we have for you today. And this is $3 a day for the next 6 months to own the largest touch screen that we offer in a laptop from HP. This is the 17-inch. You're getting that amazing processor, all the bells and whistles and features that you need to do everything from work projects to social media to entertaining and streaming your favorite TV shows and movies. It's a $953 value just in software and services alone. We're sending you basically in software and services over $450. So an unbelievable deal that we've managed for you today. Let me give you colors and then I'll introduce you to my lovely special guest. Down on the bottom, you'll see that we've got amazing colors for you. So we've got it in the purple. We also have the silver. The mint is very limited if that's a color you want. We also have red. And then on the very end there, we have it available for you in a gold. And it really is like a satiny champagne gold color. 604635 is your item number. But what a great deal. And the brands that we love and trust, HP, Intel, Windows. Aaron Berger is one of our resident electronics guests. Is it 10 years now that you've been with us?
12.
12.
Yeah, 12,
okay.
12 in August.
You're not a baby at HSN anymore. Welcome back, darling.
Hi, thanks. Good to be here. Good to see you guys. Good morning. It's a beautiful computer. I think a lot of us want a computer that has a bigger screen. Certainly, in these 12 years that we were talking about that I've been selling computers, I've never sold one to someone and then had them say, oh, I should have got the smaller screen. But many times people have said, I wish I had just bumped up a little bit. I wish I had a computer that was a little easier to see, that could open several screens on at the same time and be able to, really see what's going on. Well, this is that computer. It is the largest screen we offer in a portable computer, in a laptop. And the bigger deal than that to me is that it's touchscreen. If you don't have a touchscreen computer, my goodness, think about how much you love your tablet. Maybe think about how much you love your smartphone if you have a touchscreen smartphone. I think the reason those have taken our hearts so much is because touchscreen is easy to use.
I can't tell you how many times on my computer I've been working and I tap the screen.
Putting your paws all over it, right?
And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't pay for that. Yeah,
I didn't pay, right. I haven't done that yet. Well, you should. I mean, you really, I can't imagine at this point, and certainly many computers are sold that aren't touchscreen, but for my money at this point, if I were to buy a computer today, I would absolutely buy one that was touchscreen. I would absolutely buy one that has the big 3 names in it as well. So first of all, Leslie mentioned this. HP, #1 computer manufacturer in the entire country. They're the #1 selling brand at HSN, so they do things for us that nobody else does, that we're able to not do under other circumstances. I'll also point out, since I've turned this one around, this is the red color. The red, the silver, and the gold are all this metallic sheen. Great. The other colors, the mint and the purple, have like a corduroy finish to them. Right. So I wanted to point this out because this red is a little bit different than most of the reds we do, since it's a metallic red. So I'm just pointing that out. HP, #1 computer manufacturer in America. You know what this is, right? This is, it's early in the morning, but bum, 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 bum.
You're so good at that. That's how I leave it to you.
I've been practicing, I've got a lot of time on my hands. Intel Pentium quad-core. Intel's the #1 processor company in the entire world. So basically there's all the other processors and then there's Intel. And then in the Intel line, their most popular is Pentium. And in the Pentium, you want to have a quad-core processor. Quad-core means there's 4 brains in this computer. So for example, when I multitask, you see I just grab that screen and pull it over to the side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 programs I have up and running, 7 apps I have up and running, Leslie. The internet, obviously I'm on something called Microsoft Edge, which we'll talk more about in a minute. I can have my camera, there's a high definition webcam. Hello. Hulu. I'll show you more about that in just a minute. Facebook and 3D editing. All of those things at one time without any slowing or pausing or waiting or hesitating. That is thanks to that extraordinary processor. And then the other big three, my last thing here, is Windows 10. So the #1 operating system in the entire world is Windows. The latest version of that operating system is Windows 10 that is built in, pre-installed on your computer.
You also have the 2 terabyte. I'm reading my specs here. I mean, you have so much included. This one says 1 terabyte. And so look at all of that hard drive, all of that space. So it's a computer that is not going to kind of fall behind, right? It's going to be future-proof.
Yes, and so particularly when you're storing things, when you're storing movies or when you're storing games or when you're storing music or whatever it is you're storing, you're going to be able to store more. Now, all of this in a computer that weighs 5.58 pounds, so a super-duper lightweight computer, and that has a battery life of about 6 hours. See, normally when you have the larger screen size, you either give up battery life, so you have like a 2 or 3 hour battery life, or you give up weight. Your computer starts to weigh more. Not here. Weighs 5.58 pounds, has a 6.5 hour battery, a 6 hour battery life. That means you want to take your computer with you and you're not constantly worried about plugging it in. It even has, this has become so uncommon.
Right.
Less than 1/3 of computers in the US today have an optical drive. You might be thinking, well, why is that? Well, manufacturers leave out the optical drive because so many of us do things online and stream now, which is great, but when it's time to watch a movie, when it's time to burn some music or burn data or whatever, you want to have an optical drive. Your other choice is to buy a separate optical drive, plug in a USB optical drive, and you can do that, but wouldn't you rather just have it in one place, always ready to go?
And so it is that peace of mind knowing that your computer is future-proof as well. It is the latest and the greatest, all the bells and whistles, and then that touch screen. You know, I am that goofball that's touching the screen, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm on my tablet all the time, so I'm on my laptop trying to touch the screen, and I'm like, okay, Leslie, it's not a touch screen. You didn't pay for that feature. This is touch screen. It's the way we're used to working now. You know, imagine not needing a mouse, not needing to, you know, you just tap and go and move around, and this computer, and because of Intel and because of Windows, it thinks the way we think. You know, you can multitask and it's going to be seamless. You're not even going to know what's going on because it's got the power, it's got the memory, it's got the hard drive, it's got all the bells and whistles.
Well, it even has, in terms of RAM, this is something that very rarely we do. The vast majority of computers we saw have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Why is RAM important? RAM is important for loading pages quickly on the internet and for multitasking. And we've talked about the quad-core processor being important for multitasking too. So, you know, your computer is, when I say multitasking, your computer does a lot of things at one time. Even though you might not be thinking about it, you might not realize it's running an antivirus protection like Viper Advanced, which I'll mention in a minute. It might be running that in the background. Even when your computer turns on, it's running, you know, dozens and dozens of little micro programs all at the same time. So if your computer is slowing down a lot, like when you open a second program, maybe you're streaming a movie and you're seeing a lot of circles or hourglasses, or you're trying to download some music and at the same time browse some stuff on the web and it's taking a long time, your computer probably doesn't have enough RAM. This computer, out of in a dozen years of selling computers, I've sold 1 computer ever that had more RAM than this. So it has 8, and I've also sold 1 computer ever that had a bigger hard drive than this. So whether you're storing things, whether you're on Facebook or Netflix or Hulu, and you want that to run smoothly and quickly, whether you're using your webcam. In fact, my computer is plugged into your television right now. So we're going to show you high definition HP high definition webcam built in. It's called a True Vision webcam. The color on these webcams is so good. It's so true to life. We have behind us, our set is sort of monochrome, a lot of whites and beiges, and you can see it's beautiful. But on a lot of webcams, that would look a little brown or a little bit yellow. Since this webcam is what they call a True Vision webcam, you really get that sort of a true to life. You feel like the person is there. You do.
Which is important too if you have any family members out of the country, any military members, right, serving our country. You want to feel like they're home.
Absolutely. I mean, and you have a bigger screen on which to see them, right? Because it's a 17-inch screen. That's a big thing too. I also really like that this webcam, in fact, I'm going to just grab this Viper Advanced for a minute. I am going to tell you, again, I'll tell you more about this in a second. This is something that protects 8 computers with antivirus for the life of 8 computers. But I want to just use these sticks for a demo for a minute. See, when I get really close, you notice that it auto-focuses, or when you're really far away, and I mentioned that, you were talking about talking to your friends and family, wherever they are, kids and pets like to get really, really close to that camera and then like get really, really far away from it. Having an autofocus camera is a really cool thing. Actually, this sweet little story that I love. When I talk to my nieces who live in, my twin brother's kids, he has 3 girls, they live in California, and when I talk to them on the webcam, they always start like, you know, up really close, and then the next thing they do is they go like this. You know what they're doing? They're looking around the back of the webcam to see if I'm there.
Rest of Uncle
Is Uncle Aaron back there? No, I'm not back there. I'm like, you know,
that's what you want. So while we were talking about Viper, let's talk about that too, because I know a lot of times when you purchase your HP, your new laptops, your new PCs, you will want that antivirus. Let's talk about Viper.